Hey dudes and dudettes, the sequel to the western turn-based party RPG where cowboys go pew-pew at demons is here.
I shall fear no evil.
And it's similar but better than the first one in both mechanics and story. However, there are some design decisions about the combat mechanics that stuck out to me, and that's what I'll mostly focus on in my review after I finish this game. But first, I want to give you a short overview about the story, setting, combat, and hopefully you'll get an idea if you want to give this game a try. Давай! We play through the story of Gene Carter and his gang of misfits, who are vaguely introduced at the beginning of the game. I'm a fan of this type of introduction because it allows me to imagine how personalities can develop or open up as I'm exploring the game world, in contrast to the first game where there was no interaction with the people that you were traveling with, or an interactive character development. And now we have both.
I'm Gene Carter, gunslinger, outlaw, first-rate gambler at your service.
The game starts off with a skippable short tutorial right off the bat, which clearly explains its basic mechanics, so the skill cap is limited to the creative strategy and the boldness of the player. I'm impressed by the usefulness of the tutorial and the timing when it pops up, as well as the mechanical tooltips in the fight so that you can get all the information about the different ways that enemies can fuck you up. Most of the important bits in the main quest are voice acted, both in combat and during exploration. However, there is a lot in the conversation chain that isn't, so be prepared to read. I think the voice lines and the entirety of the soundtrack is immersive and fit the setting, so rather than describe it, have a listen for a couple of seconds to grab a feel for a few different situations.
Will do.
There, off the path. What's that?
Your blood will feed the earth!
Well, we're here. Lalanet sent us, so show yourself. I'm waiting.
Spirit Bear. I heard stories about him. Never met him in person, though. This is an exceptional thing, Flynn. Do not waste it.
You keep pulling that trigger, you're gonna break it off. Eyes on the prize. Roll the dice, gentlemen.
During your exploration, you will have the opportunity to change how your companions view you, depending on the choices on how to solve or approach a situation. Mechanically, this means that the special abilities and dialogue choices will be unlocked the more you simp for approval, which also give you a little insight into what kind of characters you're traveling with. From what I've seen, until chapter 2, you'll be fighting with 4 companions who have a unique personality and a different optimal approach to combat, which can be enhanced with both gear and cards that are collected after completing quests or exploring. This is slightly changed from the first game where every character had a basic stat block. Now they have different stats and some characters are better with different gear and at certain strategies than others. I appreciate this change because it opens up the meta and encourages creative tactical approaches. However, at the same time, I advise a lot of saves before entering a town or a fight because the game likes to surprise you with a lot of enemies and different variations that can make it incredibly difficult to proceed if you don't have the right party or item composition. For everyone that doesn't like reloading or has at least a minuscule amount of self-respect, pick the easy mode when starting. It will save you a lot of time in loading screens. There is a reward attached to doing a little extra of everything, so the game incentivizes you to keep farming the dopamine hits. but sometimes it may cost you a lot more to go the min-max route and get everything. Pick your battles and resist the coom. I believe in you. In the previous game, you only had 2 action points, where you could choose to move, reload, shoot, or perform some abilities with. Now there are 3 points, and once you eliminate an enemy, you get a bravado, which means that the 3 action points get restored. I think this is the biggest change in the game apart from not having to reload, and it vastly alters how combat is played. The min-max tactics revolve around this mechanic, which allows you to sometimes kill everyone before they even get a turn. In fact, there are side quests which want you to do exactly that. In addition to these changes, you can now use your luck to guarantee your chance to hit, so achieving bravado is easy and encouraged, which makes the game fast-paced, emphasizing that you should use your big stick and smack people with it, instead of shooting lead like a little bitch boy. I think Hard West 2 is a game that I'll be enjoying a great deal for a long time, and the devs say that they want to optimize to reduce the long loading times, so I'm happy that there will be optimization done post-release. I enjoy the storytelling with the minimally animated art, in combination with the sound design. I'm glad the story focus was shifted from the first game to a party adventure where characters can be explored and developed. I hope this short impression highlighted some things about the game that you would like or don't like, and helped you decide if you want to buy this game. That's about it, dudes. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the review. Have fun and have a beautiful day.